absolutely immaculate. It feels like the rotations can do no wrong. Again, as I mentioned before, Maluk is an absolute demon in terms of how he just takes over the map once he gets the ball rolling, and that alone is just is something that I'm going to be very, very interested to see how it plays out once we get into map 2, but we do start on Ancient.
Yeah, starting off with Ancient, starting off with a pistol round already, and this is where TeamOne were struggling just yesterday against Disconnected of all teams. We'll see how they handle this. Oh boy, dual Berettas up close. This is one recipe for disaster, but maybe for the TT side instead. We'll see what the execute can behold as malbs also picks up the Deagles, the dualies. Good God. But it can't get anything done. At 2 versus 3. MIBR. Oh, they're up to some no good here, Cole.
What are they going on? What is going on right now? They're just going to go in towards A. I don't really know. They still have one player in B, right? But they're starting to become a little bit uncomfortable right now with this position.
Oh.
Okay, that should seal things right there. A kill like that is going to definitely bring Jan back. Pace even kind of predicted that potential play. If IDK maybe didn't move into that site, I was wondering what exactly could have gone on there.
Yeah, but you're hoping that you get like some confirmation bias, like, oh yeah, they had to have left and not clearing the corners properly. You can't really blame them. It's a great round from MIBR. Just on the entry, clearing out the entirety of the site, dealing with the dualies, no problem. You know, it's either get 4 or get none with that gun. That's the rule of thumb.
Never reload it.
I don't think has the dually ever been reloaded? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Like practically reloaded is what we're actually talking about here. We're not just like who's run out of bullets with the dual Berettas. I don't know.
My matchmaking games is definitely me. I'll tell you that much.
We don't talk about that.
It's just the server. We saw the server lag.
It's just
I was tabbed
the
out. I
server.
didn't see anything. It's all good.
I was spectating my other teammate.
Yeah.
You don't worry about it.
You never whiff with the dualies. It's always clean. But it is really a kind of position. I think Maui said this. You never reload the gun because you're in a position where you either spray them all down or you die. It's one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time I remember MIBR playing this map, they loved just their A-side execs, and so we'll see a little bit of that here. But of course, this is on the eco round, so I'm not weighing too much here, unless you guys want to weigh this round to mean a lot. I'm not sure. It is open for debate.
I'm definitely seeing like that pack mentality out the gates early, and honestly, I want JOTA to try to keep it as simple as possible because that's kind of where MIBR looks the most dangerous.
Oh, hello.
And so, yeah, sure, this is an eco, but I think it kind of sets the tone early with just that B pop and then now an A pop as well.
Ow!
Oh.
Malbs, he's doing Malbs thing. He just double dinked the entire team. Now, exit inside a spawn. No, he's gonna mow down all 3 to turn it to 4K. MIBR 2-zip, but we're getting some Malbs action early on. I'll take it. Ouch!
Bit wild right there. Diving through a smoke like that, but I guess he did have a MAC-10, so fair enough. You gotta hunt those Zeeks everywhere you can get them. Those stats to be pat. And like you said here, we're already seeing MIBR kind of stick to that same style here of what they were doing yesterday. Very brawly, very coordinated, but that's a great way to deal with some of that. Just pop a couple smoke spams down range here. It looks like TeamOne doing the research, because they had 2 players just spamming the smoke trying to find that kill, and eventually Pace is able to claim it first.
Love to see it. I mean, that's kind of how you shut down a momentum like that. As soon as you get rid of that mid fight, things slow down to a crawl, and now MIBR have to really figure out where they want to go, and it's going to be Cave to be that formal point of contention here.
If Malbs gets blown up on this swing, and an MIBR player can certainly do it, Brennison has been good for it in the past, but Malbs is not going to get picked off by the Ferrari swing. Or any car company for that matter. It can be any. Hey, you want to pick an American car company? Or I don't know. Wait, this is ECLNA.
What's going on here?
Oh, hello!
Blind spot.
Oh, that's tragic here for TeamOne. They're just caught napping. They didn't expect him to walk through, but That extension from Turtle gives TeamOne an avenue back into the retake, considering they do have this man advantage running.
These are those post plants that MIBR have got to try to clutch up and convert, and that flash combination is beautiful for JOTA activated. What a beautiful double from him.
98 in 4, the classics, and JOTA doesn't care that he's on 2 HP.
Jeez.
He's still gonna battle his way out of that round. What a great flash, first and foremost, there from Exit to get the first. JOTA converting the next, and 2 HP the difference, baby. That's all he needs.
That's that excellent firepower pieces showing up right there, big time. I don't know really how TeamOne couldn't quite communicate or did just leave Cave that wide open. It seemed like a big gap in the game plan right there, and we're starting to maybe see some of the struggles out of showed up, some of the uncomfortable nature of this team on this map. He had the big advantage here, but Mal was just no way.
No!
Oh my god, he's gonna get away with that. Come on.
It's so on brand. It's so on brand, and Maluk is gonna pop up with a P250 for another. This is getting weird already.
That is just distinct from Mal.
How he gets away with that?
Well, he's the only individual that I could really point to in the server right now that could do something like that.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa. We have a 2v... Oh, never mind.
Go.
I was gonna say a 2v1 Cole, that you don't know. TRK, does he have it in him? No, he does not. Sorry, I keep trying to speak things into existence here, and that just doesn't work. Certified Malbs moment. Whew.
That's so sick. I think you got the jump on him. You did have the jump on him, in fact. You, without a doubt, had the jump on him, but that sometimes just isn't enough to take the guy down. Absolutely sick. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't net them the round. It netted them a very good 5-on-3 start. But these man advantages being struggled to confirm is a bit of an error, and again, they're just diving up ramp here. Why not?
Gotta go fast, but too fast for TRK. And now Maluk even gets a chance to fire off. They didn't put down the smokes. They wanted speed, and this is what's going to cost them. Maluk, who even wraps around, but helped out by IDK. Now he can focus on this cross. And get down another. Looking to lock it in. Brennan's in 1v5. No. This can't happen, and it won't happen. TRK with a great round from Cave, and TeamOne overall punish MIBR.
Yeah, that one kill just absolutely halts them in their tracks. And you're exactly right. They're looking for speed there, and they're looking to get that first kill and just kind of snowball their way into the round and demand respect from those back tempo players. But they don't drop the smoke, and eventually Maluk pounces. So I like the idea from MIBR trying to keep up the tempo, but good on TeamOne to kind of stop that right in its tracks. And big ups to TRK.
I got a question here about this map in particular, because a lot of people are talking about how this map is a very slow, drawn out map, but I kind of disagree. In some sense, I feel like this one really lends itself to very quick map control attempts from the T side if they want to be successful. Like, a lot of times you can wait out utility here if you're a T-sided team, but sometimes it doesn't really pan out because you just give over so much space. You're locked out of rounds very quickly. So I think people are forced in the current meta to take map control fast, even if it sacrifices HP. We've already seen that a couple of times with MIBR towards middle. So what are your thoughts? Do you think it's a slower map, or?
I mean, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you can just take the example of like B lane, right? When you drop those smokes in front of T stairs over and over again, it becomes such a pain to actually re-clear it late round, and 90% of the time, it just ends up being a CT round by default. And it does make sense at this point that this map has to become much more faster earlier if you want to extend into these rounds. I mean, look at this round in particular. They didn't actually try to fight for that utility earlier on in that round, and now at this point they're going to have to vie for it quite late. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock, and they're kind of forced to go B.
That's a huge kill for Brennanson, though. That allows him to rotate through middle. So we have a game in our hands over towards that A site. Maluk, can he cut this cross? Well, TRK going on the chase will pick off Henny, but Maluk flashed off the angle, trying to swing forward. Will he go for the wallbang? No, he walks right into Turtle. Down goes that AWP. A 3 versus 3, all coming in from the spawn side for Team One. It could be a risk. Is it worth taking, though? Branson comes away with another kill on the Tech 9, and now it's a 2v2. They have no idea where this last player of Jota is. He's going to come back in towards the donut position, but who's going to defuse? IDK is going to press forward. He'll spot out the first in terms of Jota. Can't convert the next, though. Who's going to defuse? It has to be Malbs, but he does have time for this, and so it will be the round for Team One, despite getting very dicey.
I absolutely love the development of Ancient, where, you know, I was discussing they're forced their hand into B, but the way this map is developed, people love to just pivot straight back after you have a mid lurk, and you just swing your way back through donut into A. Because of how lenient the A rotations are for most CTs in these days, where you just plop one of your riflers into the A site, you have a quick flank once the B pounce comes through, and all the information was suggesting that MIBR would commit there, but that one kill just turns the tables. And although it doesn't actually net them the round, I do like that we could continue to see the best parts of Ancient actually come out, where you can quickly rotate over to that last bomb site.
I do like the way this map has been shaping up with so many different elements to it. Again, like all the shifts that we've been seeing, and definitely the spam takes place. Stuff from Malbs. Again, he plays a lot of the very tricky positions. Trusted with a whole lot. Spots where you
I would
need the
trust
most
that
mechanics.
guy. I trust him with a lot.
Me too.
Seems like a nice guy. He is a nice guy, actually. He's pretty cool. He hits headshots. He plays that cave position most of the time, so he's mostly handling a lot of those, you know, early engagements. And he does well. This is probably one of his better maps, his CT side of Ancient. Wasn't good to him against Disconnected yesterday, but no big deal. He's here to redeem himself. Boost up. Oh, Pesa only got a glimpse of him. See you later. Penny, fast on the shot. Is gonna give them an opening into the site. Also, Deagle's press up close here into cave. This is dicey, and he can't flick over. IDK falls. Exit picks up his. More guns get to be retrieved. But TDRK is gonna deal with 2. Inside of the temple position. Maluk gonna press forward, able to hit the shot onto Brennison, and now puts it down to the 1v2. Can Henny finish what he started? First kill's good. Where's the defuse? Maluk does not have a kit, keep in mind. So the spam, it will rain through, but Maluk needs to get his kit and get on the bomb.
Oh!
But Henny's able to get his reloaded. I mean, Maluk is... No, he can't stick it. The smoke fades. He takes too much time.
I don't peg Henny as the best rifler ever, but he's definitely showing that he can pull off some miracles here. The only AK within this round, and he didn't even have armor behind it. Just look at this. Just a little bit of shoulder being shown, and that's not an easy angle to pre-fire. That was just brilliant. And then trying to stay composed in donut like that is not easy. I mean, you can even see the best of riflers struggle in that position, but cool, calm, and collected, and now he gets to upgrade into his favorite gun into the server.
That's such a tough round to lose as well. That round prior was so costly, so it's going to be a big reset, and this isn't a start that TeamOne can really afford to get off to if we take in any consideration of what we just saw yesterday, with TeamOne really struggling on their T side, and this is feeling a bit bleak already. Again, those last 2 maps, just a little bit of a reverse in order of what we've seen in the series prior. MIBR never really let themselves get to this map because they got 2-0'd last time that they played TeamOne, so I do love the adjustment that they made here on the vetoes, and it's, for some reason, looking a whole lot more promising. Again, we've oftentimes kind of complained about the mid-rounding from MIBR and how they're able to really work things out. But some maps, they just look so comfortable. Like, Vertigo is one of them, which is why I think TeamOne usually do so well against MIBR specifically. But Ancient looks to be one of those maps that Jota feels very comfortable on as well.
Ancient, Vertigo, and honestly, pour one out for Dust too, because that one was also a fantastic map for MIBR, just because of how simple of the map it was. A lot of the time, the mid-rounding was just very simple to handle for Jota, but I mean, clearly the team is moving away from it now that Anubis is into the pool moving forward. And now they've got to pivot to maps like Ancient, and you know what? They look pretty comfortable so far.
Thoughts on Anubis? Did you catch any of the games on Anubis so far?
A lot of what I've been seeing is that most of these teams have not actually put too much work into it. OG winning in double OT wasn't necessarily like mind-blowing in terms of what they brought to the table. Honestly, it looked like Heroic had much more in terms of like lineups and smoke executes and whatnot. But overall, it looks way more exciting than both of the new maps that we've had in the pool thus far. And I'm just hoping that eventually the clipping gets fixed up, and I think that's when teams will start to really take it seriously. But we've had some good games so far, even with it being as scrappy as it is. And, you know, when we had maps like Vertigo and Ancient, it was very much like, oh, go to X site simulator. But it doesn't necessarily feel like that with Anubis.
We have a round to play. TeamOne started this one off in a 3v5, and they've completely turned it around. The MIBR style. Everyone, everywhere, has not panned out in this mid-round. So now in the disadvantage, believe it or not, despite this HP being so tenuous right now.
Still really difficult to close, even despite that man advantage. And it's going to put a lot of pressure right now on TRK with 7 HP. He has to do all the heavy lifting here. His Opera's just moved in towards Cave, so not a lot of help for him. And if he gets cleared, there's just nothing you can do. He has to land this timing perfectly. And Turtle's back's turned, so he just might get it across the line. There's one. Stay alive here. Or another. That Molly will flush him out. He does good damage on his way out. That's nice.
That just feels so painful for Exit, even though that kill was guaranteed and TRK was on no HP. Alright, Malik, that's a little bit of overkill considering the damage your teammate did, but nevertheless, it's TeamOne. Now with 3 on the bounce back. I mean, the way they've been winning some of these rounds have been kind of insane. That was a 3v5, and it looked pretty effortless from TeamOne.
Yeah, the roster is definitely very deep with... I mean, they've played together for quite a bit of time now at this point, and having a player like Malbs be the one to return to your roster, it's always been a very comfortable fit for them, and you can definitely see that chemistry is there to pull out through any deficit.
Oh, Henny just burned 100 to 0, and Turtle, okay, just comes through and spams 2 down. All right. Good round of Counter-Strike so far.
Whatever gets the job done.
Yeah, I mean, they're up in players, but how much has that meant so far?
It's a good point there, but it's more so a point in favor of MIBR. They've had deficits at certain times, and still not been enough. IDK even taking to that Molly. He needs a big multi-kill. He does deliver. At least it's level playing field. Jota. He's one smart player, and he will take a position in towards CT spawn. Now that he starts to clear this out, I think he should be more and more aware of the flank. And he could just path his way in towards A.
And he is going to bounce out of there to that A site. Pesadilla, how long will it take for him to know? Well, the smoke over towards A might give it away, but he's still super far off right now from that A site. Time's going to be ticking.
Oh, this is just such a perfect spot, though. He's got a Molly bomb planted in his position.
Oh, no!
Wow. All right.
Lost his cool there. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you see Jota win those clutches, and he's one of the best players at threading the needle. Fantastic when he was lurking, when he wasn't in the IGL, and you could totally see that the cogs turning in his head. And as soon as he got that path into A, he got all the positioning as well. I think it's a pretty favorable fight to have it come to him, but a lapse, just a temporary lapse, and it costs him.
I mean, he wanted to push forward.
That's really tough.
Like, he didn't know where his opposition was. He thought he'd hear footsteps. He thought that Pesa would give his position away, but the fight was given right to him. And now fast out middle right now. Jota's already made his way up towards the mid steps and will pop IDK. This is going to be a fast A split. I'm not sure TeamOne are ready.
Definitely doesn't look like the case for Pesa, but last time he was ready for a really tricky position. This time he has some headshots to send on out. 3 kills. Completely denying access right there and giving them a chance. Lock things down, but still, it's not the end of the world. Malbs has a fast flank, which can activate, but Exit's covering that now as he gets off the bomb.
Oh man, that is a hell of a sequence from Pesa, and that would be a grand shame if they couldn't win the round. Malbs is going to swing around the site, clear everything, but not ready for A main, but somehow Exit doesn't come away with the kill either. Both players revealing their positions, smoke onto the bomb, a fake defuse to bait out that spam. And Jota, he's just run out of bullets, I'm pretty sure. Jota's going to go down easy, and TRK just playing games with Exit right now, and that will be the headshot in. Now, no kit is going to make this one very close, but it's just enough.
That got real dicey, but Pesa is the absolute hero of this round. To just shut down the boost instantly with the one tap of the mouse, and then to get the double after into the A main, that's just pristine. And it got a little dicey there, even into that 2v2, but again, good chemistry from TeamOne to make sure that communication is tip-top shape there.
I feel like he's been the hero in the half.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's won a couple of pivotal rounds. 1v1 versus Jota and essentially that insane defense. And this has been an extra element. We talked kind of about Luke's impact with the op, but Pesa, he's really had a great season as well alongside him. So again, I absolutely love to see that impact from him as well when it comes to, just being such a smart player. I mean, again, outbraining some of the late situations with Jotas is not an easy task for any player, and he was able to complete that already and start off rounds as well quite nicely.
Yeah, at the peak of their powers, it really was Pesa. It was honestly, sometimes it was just the Pesa show. And I'm glad to see that he's kind of had a little bit of a resurgence here, putting TeamOne on his back in some of these scenarios.
We're going to re-execute through middle. Right now, it's just a little fake, though. Maluk sees absolutely nothing. So actually, the flank is going to begin on this A-side play. And Pesadelo, he will be tasked with putting up yet another hole. But he got the A4. He got the flashes as well. The damage dealt down range. It is so catastrophic as then the flank comes through for Maluk. And that was all premeditated from TeamOne.
Locking that one down quite nicely right there. Able to keep things contained. I still think MIBR are quite happy with this one. Again, I think just in general, this team could struggle with their T sides. The only caveat that I've really seen out of that is this season when they kind of folded against CEG on Vertigo. Outside of that, it's been very solid, and it does look like they'll be able to clean this round up there. Maluk, ooh, IDK holding things steady, but quick and easy round. Just farming up some sweet ecos, some Tech 9s jumping around the corner. Still tricky to do, but gonna look a little bit flashy.
Yeah, with how consistently good MIBR CT sides are across their entire pool, 6 rounds is plenty. I mean, I've seen them work with far, far less and still come out on top. So they should be very happy with this. All 7. I mean, with the momentum concept, I mean, you definitely like to at least lock in 7 before letting TeamOne try to creep back into this half and try to gain some confidence. But 6, I mean, even in worst case scenario, 6 is definitely not anything to scoff at if you're MIBR.
Right now, we're just getting a brawl out of both these teams. We're seeing TeamOne wake up. Well, Pesadelo wake up, I think, is the better phrasing for it. But that's always a blessed sight to see. It's guaranteed entertainment. And that's what NA Counter-Strike is all about. And these teams are NA. Don't get it twisted. Up on towards this B site, though. We'll take Turtle on entry. And Maluk to fire off Renison gets past the up, but Malbs deals with them. Maluk is going to keep pressing forward for another shot down range. He can't turn it to 3, but support is here. Pesadelo, another spray down for him. TeamOne, I mean, individually, they are looking on point.
That is 3 rounds back to back where Pesa has shown some really key impact there. First, it's the triple on A main, and then the second round staying alive after getting 1, doing heavy amounts of damage, and this time it's a double to secure the round. He's putting on a show for us today, and to secure a 9th, that would be the cherry on top to at least talk about coming back into this game.
I definitely would like that 9th round. It would make things nice and tidy here, but I feel like
Oh
MIBR
my
just getting
goodness,
fast and loose.
Steve.
But oh, that molly spread, and he's gonna go down.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
Absolutely tragic. 2 molly kills to start this one off. Again, I talked about it. It looked like TeamOne were doing the research of some of these, just trying to keep some of this hyper aggression at bay. But
What is going
now they have
on?
hyper aggression of their own. Pesa diving in to his own demise.
He ran through his own A main smoke.
That is awesome,
And
but sometimes ill-advised.
yeah, first, that's not a personal recommendation. Oh, IDK's, he's gonna keep going. Oh my goodness, they just can't stop. It's an addiction. The W key.
It's like when both teams yesterday on Nouns and Ironblood just handshaked on fighting.
The mid
It's like
execute.
the same case.
Now, okay, Malbs is tussling with these players towards middle. I mean, IDK is still chilling in towards A, mate. What is going on? How do you even analyze this round? I'm not sure. Malbs now spots the rest of the players. Malbs is just torn between which site he wants to hold or where he wants to look. IDK the same.
Not giving themselves a lot of time though here. That's a big issue. And maybe, just maybe, if they could deny the bomb plant, that would be everything. But it does put a tough task on Malbs.
8 seconds.
Now he's got an alarm.
I mean, 8 seconds, deny the plant. It's possible, but he doesn't want to be lured forward. And so, an opportunity, a swing from Turtle, but no kill. Waiting for his teammate in IDK to get in position, but Turtle actually just dealt with Malbs. Now 1v2 for IDK, and his position has been revealed. IDK with no idea where this last remaining player is either. So he's going to have to make something work out of this. Needs to win this first fight, or else he can just get spammed out. Oh, he finds JOTA,
No
and now he knows
way.
where Turtle. Now he knows exactly where Turtle is. He's gonna stick it the whole darn way and call the bluff. That's the end of the half, as TeamOne are now up 9-6. What a play!
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
time, 9-6. It's Cole, Paladin, the guys on the broadcast. We're taking away Ancient, the pick of MIBR. But hey, it's not looking all that bad for TeamOne. We're getting another B-Rush, aren't we? Oh yeah. More dual Berettas. More fun for the whole family. Here we go again. Man. This time around, it's completely reversed. Oh, goodness. And the dualies did have to reload, by the way.
It doesn't count. Like, this is over, right? The round is over. So, I still don't count that as a real round. Sometimes they do have to reload, though. In very rare occasions do you get a chance to ever. The reload is so long with those guns. But I do appreciate the transition of the meta into the full dually raid boss. Like, this is who was it, Vu, who had a tweet about like maybe worse teams investing too much money in utility, in kits, playing it too safe. Right now we live in a world where you get 3 dualies on the CT side on like a very close range map, like maybe not a Mirage, but like an Ancient Inferno, 3 dualies armor, like a nuke. Oh, it's very difficult to see a world where rounds go wrong when you're walking into 3 sets of dualies with armor.
Yeah, I think trying to complicate these pistol rounds these days is unnecessary with the power of the dualies overall. Like, you don't necessarily need that smoke kit, I think 9 times out of 10. When you're shutting these pushes down earlier on, before even the rounds get spiral, you know?
You know, I always thought like like in like the Lego games, where like, you know, you kind of like build like structures and stuff for like Lego Star Wars, and it just puts the structures together. That's what the dual Beretta's reload is like, you know? It's like you're like putting together a Lego piece or like a mini figure really quickly.
That's what I always felt out with the CZ, just taking out the CZ or reloading the CZ.
Oh, yeah, that as well. You're actually, like, building your gun.
Exactly. It was called, I think, the IKEA gun, because, I mean, what's his face? The Fnatic loved CZ so much that,
I see.
You know, that tie into IKEA, build it yourself. Loved that nickname.
In Sweden. I mean, I guess it would be Lego. You know, Lego is a Danish company.
True.
They are.
Yeah.
So, some fun facts. If you guys haven't walked away if you haven't learned anything from this broadcast so far, I hope you just did now.
That's sad.
Something to take home, folks.
For me. There you go. You learned something. What did we learn yesterday?
That Munster is named after a cheese, and that Inferno always goes to 16-14 or overtime. There you go.
That is correct. Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's later in the series, or a 16-8.
What we got yesterday,
or a 16-8.
Yeah.
We can guarantee you'll learn 3 things during these broadcasts. Not really guaranteed, but I'm just saying it to sound. The 5 guarantee. Gosh, I'm having to pay royalties to Jacob again.
You are losing so much cash.
Oh goodness.
This is what I mean by slow stuff that I do want to kind of hit on this. Right now with Ancient.
Poor guy. Mollies are a thing in this game, and IDK just floated above them.
I didn't realize IDK was even there, but that's what I mean. You start off around a little too slow right there on Ancient, and you're willing to give up that space, but IDK didn't. He moved forward, and he took ground for the rest of his roster. And now they're just going to go A.
The moment you give respect to that door smoke is you've basically handshaken just that portion of the map, and you have to turn elsewhere. You've got to look mid, you've got to look A, and it's just not worth it. And Malbs, I don't know how you get away with that. That is
he gonna
ridiculous.
Get the next? No way, no way he gets the next, right? I'd lose it at that point. We actually have a very weird situation where it really does come down to the 1v1 duels. I would favor MIBR here, though. I mean, I've seen a highlight reel or two, but yeah, you actually make a good point. They don't have a kit, so they are heading home.
I think you got to give credit to Malbs for selling that lurk for as long as he did, and again, IDK deciding to go all the way through that door smoke and take matters into his own hands. Regardless of what he's actually getting as the net result, it's only 1 kill, but it's still very, very important with the course of the round as a whole. It gives him more options.
I got a question. Ancient came out very, very CT sided. Incredibly so. Immediately out of the gates. What is Anubis like? Have played it at all? I played a couple of games on it. I didn't really get a good feel for what side it was in my like 4 or 5 MM games that I played with.
Yeah. Statistically, right now it's running to be T-sided with just pro CS in general. I mean, obviously that's like tier 2, tier 3 CS that's mostly playing it. And I think that's the way it's going to be just initially until we figure out what parts of the map are the most important. And I don't think we figured that out just yet as a community.
Okay.
Like, you know, A main, how important is that? Is it going to be the B long area? Is that going to be fought often? Is mid going to be changed up? Like, there's so many different avenues to what CT should prioritize at this point that T's just have free reign to go wherever they want on that map and do whatever they want. And overall, you can just see that, I mean, even in the games that we've had recently, it's been mostly T-sided at World Finals.
Except for Team Liquid, because it's actually Team Liquid sided. Get wrecked, get owned.
That is true. This is the NA stream, and we will talk about the best NA team that we have right now.
Best team, actually.
Yeah, just period, yeah.
No. Wait, this is so weird. This is so weird. This is now a 1v1. Oh, Pesadelo, I love this route. I love this. You just get to look into the mind of the player. Yep, he is gonna bamboozle him.
And he's not that sold though. Look at this.
No way. No.
That's just unreal.
If he's looking back to the beast. No shot.
If Pesa goes long, he'll surely have the jump on him, right?
No shot. Henny is waiting for us. 15 seconds. I cannot.
Wow.
No. Hey, Henny. Oh man, that is a way to win a round.
Olber.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean that 1v1 that's ridiculous. It's like I don't know how stoic you have to be if you're Henny there, but he makes the right decision. I mean, Pace is kind of just scratching his head like, are you serious? You were there the whole time?
Why is he there? The classic.
The classic.
Right there. That's a brutal round to lose. Pace, especially if you see him in the clutch, you've already seen him just completely outposition Jota in a 1v1 this game.
That was through the wall. Poor guy. Well, Luke had an opportunity. You know, that clutch was like, there's like a Shaq quote that's like, that you do not fool me because I'm familiar with your game. Henny's in their heads right now.
Real. Quickly learned and adapted. But this time he's very, very low in HP. I don't know if he'll be having too much more fun. Maybe he can. Okay, not too bad. He finds himself a couple kills on his way out there, farming up some sweet cash with the MP9. The Shaq quote that you just mentioned, though, I did another Shaq quote yesterday. So now we have Shaq quotes being a thing. But it was the, I apologize, Stamina, I was not familiar with your game.
Nah, yeah.
When it comes to the off. And that's, I said it yesterday, and I said it kind of quietly, and then he sent me it today. And he said, this is you all on the broadcast when you see me opping. And I lost it because that's literally what I said in the stream.
Yeah, I think, so Shaq had 2 quotes relating to that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm just confirming that, what I'm saying is correct. And
it was just a meme template that I saw, so it might not even be a real Shaq quote.
No, but like the, I apologize. Anyway, I'm going too deep into this one. I'm going too deep here. We do have a little bit of A play, and teammates are not walls. They're not immovable, and so Luke will take advantage of that. 3 versus 3 here to really get a big impactful round for TeamOne. Pesadelo, he had an opportunity to battle this one. Looking to push through the smoke, but if they do, it's going to be time for Pesa to feast. Looking away from the flash, but could not convert the kill. Oh, goodness. It is so messy so far that MIBR are going to pick up the round. Alrighty.
Highway robbery there from TeamOne. I mean, or sorry, from MIBR. Like, That should be 100% a kill for Pesa there, but it just gets ripped away from him. Yeah, play it again.
Oh no.
I don't even know if he sees him right there, right? I mean, he is barely on the edge of the smoke. You know how awkward those positions and the vision on this map can be at certain angles. Those are some very dark tunnels, and then when you mix CT models with that, like, it's brutal. It can be so brutal, and that's frustrating for Pesa, but they can maybe make good on it for the very next round.
Oh boy.
Oh, if it wasn't for JOTA.
The most satisfying position to play is where everyone just falls over like dominoes. Oh! Oh, he's just keeping it so JOTA can ace. It's actually tactical.
So nice.
Look at this.
We've seen so many stolen aces yesterday.
And this is the first time that it's not gonna be stolen, because we actually get an eco ace out of JOTA. Dude, look, it's actually incredible teamworks and tactics coming out here from MIBR. As you can see, the tactical miss coming out from Henny. And then on the second one, he's not gonna take the bait. No, he is going to let his teammate get that ace.
So nice.
This is the kind of synergy that we're looking for on this team.
It always comes through on the CT side, though. You can lock that one in.
Uh-huh.
And he's about to hit the most ridiculous shot you've ever seen right now, after missing 2 freebies.
Well, now he's not expected to miss, right? He's got to do his job now.
Yeah. He can't give the ace over, or actually now it is time for him to get the ace over. It's like everyone else you cannot kill anyone. It's JOTA gets the first kill of the round and all the other 4 for him.
He is the IGL. He does call the shots.
It's just like next level happy IGLing, right? Where, you know, instead of happy baiting for the kills, it's now JOTA has to ace the round. What if he did ace the round? What if?
That'd be a great stat pad right there. 10 kills, you're clicking tab, you're so happy. But fortunately, TeamOne just walked into a meat grinder in cave. Somehow Maluk wins that fight.
He's gonna get a plant. Now, his chances of winning this round, Cole, how do you measure them?
I'd say if he wins this, he gets a pizza from me. That's for sure. But they're giving him a lot of space right now.
Nah, he just cleared ramp. That's tragic. Oh, whoa, and some fan service there. He's just giving him a massage. Wow, we even get the. Is this the highlight of the round, Jacob?
There's nothing as rewarding as a good body spam and a diffuse. You even get off the bomb to get that done.
Yeah, it's like the half defuse into spam is
That's a
always the one
jaunchy thing.
It gets really into your head at that point. Like, come on, man, let's just play the next round already.
If they double it up, then that's just even worse.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
I thought he caught that nade.
HE.
That nade just passed. Malbs is a ghost. It just passed right through him. He's insane. And then he's a phantom on the side because JOTA has no idea he's right there. Malbs is just playing a different game than us. He's playing Luigi's Mansion while everyone else is playing Counter-Strike.
How does he just walk through an HE? That slows any other player up like times 10. Just not being able to move.
Ouch.
They just save.
Back your bags, I guess.
Vac's going in chat. Nice spam though. Off the tracers. You think the game's evening out a little bit without the A1Ss? I'm feeling it. I didn't feel it at first, but I'm definitely feeling it.
It's like such a breath of fresh air. Like even in like highest levels of the game, like overall, it just feels like that whole rifle cap that we were having like talks about that. Oh, we've hit the skill ceiling of the game just because of how good the A1S is. Like we've just hit that skill ceiling. But now that the A4 is back in, man, spray transfers are so much more satisfying. I'm so glad to hear the noise of the A4 again as well. Like I'm really excited to hear it in the arena because that's always been super satisfying. So overall, I think it just brought like a breath of fresh air to the game, and it does allow for, you know, maps like Anubis that could be very CT sided out the gates with an A1S now be a little bit more, be given a little bit more leeway over to the Ts, even in that sense.
I love it. I honestly just enjoy having a little bit more balance. Knowing that you'll just hop into a CT side on like an overpass, and immediately you'll just kind of know which way the game's going at a certain scoreline.
Right.
Because it's the CT side of overpass, CT side of ancient, kind of very similar. It actually allows for so much fighting to be done on the T side, a real chance at like actually mounting comebacks. Like you said, it just makes that ceiling just a little bit higher. Forces more cohesion on that CT side. It's no longer just a firing range. Put some more emphasis on the op as well. I think it'll definitely raise the importance of that.
Oh no,
and that's angle's so tricky for any.
I'm starting to think that it's not the giving the ace to his teammate strategy anymore.
Just you wait. Jota's gonna prove you wrong.
You sure? I mean, all 4 players here. It's not quite all 5. Oh. Yeah. Cole, you spoke too early. Oh, but exit. Oh, he wants a piece of the pie. Stolen away by Predison, but still gets a triple kill overall. I think that's plenty enough.
And it was stolen. I want to reiterate that. Exit still landed, but again, Henny with a big miss. Just can't seem to land it from that spot. I don't know what it is. It's cursed. He's got to get out of there, though.
I mean, got the rest of the gang to back him up. Oh, there was almost a lineup there. That could have been tragedy for MIBR. But Branson does connect the header. So, alrighty then. We really gotta do him like this? I seriously don't know how that first one missed.
Yeah, that did kind of look on, to be fair. But still, you gotta know sometimes where your strengths are, and I think that just position is in his head. He's gotta, like, go to temple, something like that, like... Get yourself somewhere, but anywhere but there, right now.
Man, the pace of this game is just ridiculous, man. I mean, how many pops are we just trying to take a position early and just jostle for that bomb site like 20 seconds into the round? And you like these like rounds are being decided in like the first 20 seconds, because I mean, we get into these 3v3, 3v2 situations so fast, and now suddenly it's just a 1v4. 40 seconds in.
He has somehow been allowed to plant, but that's about it. And yeah, this is similar to the struggles TeamOne had against Disconnected. They had a 9-6 half, but could barely post a T-side round on the board. So yeah, the total amounts to 2, and I think it's more of the same troubles. I mean, potential here from TeamOne. Like we've seen, you know, flashes of hope, but no conversions.
Yeah, I mean, again, this T side can be so tricky. Like you said, we've seen some glimmers of hope there. That 5-on-2 that they lost, though, I gotta say, that was kind of a gut punch. You're not gonna be too happy with the half when you have a 5-on-2. You let that one slip, and then, you know, couple that with the pistol loss, and this makes this all the more comfortable for MIBR. It's just a coasting on towards Inferno, which is much more scary territory for TeamOne, but even the last time these two teams, it was pretty close, and they played it out.
Could we be seeing the end of Ancient? Well, leave it to Jota. See, he only gets aces because the last thing he's done in this game is he's gotten an ace. But no kills since then. He only gets...
That's why Henny's been missing. He's just waiting.
He's waiting for his moment.
Being a loyal soldier, that's what.
We'd love to see it, though. Again, MIBR have been, I wouldn't say a shell of themselves, but they've just not been up to the peak at what they once were. I feel like we've seen this roster just continuously improve. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on this roster right now. Actually, I do kind of know Paladin, but it's just a little bit of disappointment coming through after what has been such a high ceiling for them.
Oh, hello. Oh, what an angle, what a play, Turtle. Triple kill in middle. That is such a nasty one. Pick that one up as a pocket strategy, and then Henny ain't missing anymore. Well, 16 to 11. I think Ancient went about as expected.
That was as fast of a 16-11 as I've ever seen. I mean, that was just blazing speed, and we just never looked back.
Yeah, that was really quick. Again, both teams just decided that their game plan was going to be kind of a classic here on Ancient right now. Just barrel as fast as you can towards map control, towards bomb sites, and get what you can done. But that's much more promising. I like that.